So, this will be my first and hopefully the last video doing a little essay, and as you may deduce by the title of this video, we're gonna be talking about one of the most toxic, greedy, and shady zones on the video game sector: mobile games. First of all, most of you already know what I'm talking about when I mean mobile games, but I'm gonna do a fast summary for those who don't know. Mobile games are video games that you can play on your mobile device. Sounds incredible, right? Yeah, I can't believe it either. I was trying to make a little Einstein, trying to solve the mystery of what a mobile game really is. Anyway, continuing with the main point, mobile games have existed for a long time. Since the creation of the App Store in the iPhone, developers saw the opportunity to create something unique, something extraordinary. In those times, having a Nintendo DS in your pocket was the common. That was the way you used to play video games that you could take anywhere. But the invention that Apple created will change the way we look at video games. So you're telling me that not only I can store music in my iPhone, but I can play games in my phone? What, you're from the future? You come from the world of Clear Pepsi still exists? Yeah, it was radical. In the first run, developers were testing out what could work and what didn't work. From this testing, we got so many good games, and just to name a few, I can name Jetpack Joyride, Fruit Ninja, Angry Birds, Subway Surfers, Cut the Rope, the fucking gun game where you have a pistol in your phone and you pretend you're shooting. Come on, that's pretty cool. In summary, so many good games, and I have to say, most of these games were inspired by the creativity and simplicity of Flash games. There's a great video from a YouTuber I love that is called Nakey Jakey that explains the beauty of how Flash games inspired mobile games. I won't go into detail because I want to make this video short as possible, because we live in an era where we can't stand a video longer than 10 minutes, so let us continue. So I'm going to call what I just talked about the golden era, because that was the time where developers were trying to make a good product, to make something that really goes beyond about what you can do with a touchscreen. Something I should point out before I keep talking and start the next era is that the only way for these games to make money was if people bought the premium version of the game. That included different stuff that in the end just made the game more fun. But some wacky dude said, what if we not only make a video game, but we add monetization inside the game, like transactions and ads? And that's where everything went to shit. In first glance, it's not a bad idea. Making a video game is hard, and making a good video game is even harder. So you must make it up for all those countless hours that you spend coding and designing and make something that makes fucking sense. So in theory, this is not bad. It's good. It allows companies to make even better games. The problem is that companies are really fucking greedy. Oh, so you want to pass the impossible level? Okay, that will be $30. You want to be better? Here, pay me $50 and I will give you the best armor in the game. Do you like our game? Good. We will ask you this question every single time you finish a level, just to get those stars to be in top of the Play Store. Mwah. Free game? Yeah, just let me put an ad that you cannot skip that changes the button to exit it, so you click on it and sometimes accidentally started to download the game. There is a lot to cover in the mobile game greediness space, but we will focus on something that is even illegal in some countries: deceptive advertisement. To talk about it, I will cover the ones that you should be most interested. The moving exit buttons, the interactive ad, the game that it isn't ad. And you should be interested because nowadays every free game you download will show you one of these ads every time you finish something or want to obtain something. So, if you want, join me in this journey to discover the awful and extremely shady world of mobile ads. Let's start by the first one, the fucking moving exit buttons. This is not a problem of the ad itself, but from the service that provides the ad to the game in question. Let's analyze that even deeper. As an ad service provider, my job is to make sure that my client receives the most attention they have received in the history of his game. So, what do we do as a company? We lie, of course. A lot of ad service providers promises that clicks and views to your website or app page will go to the moon, and sometimes charging you more to get you in top of the priority. So what these ad services have done is create a false sense of attention, creating the famous moving exit button. The task of this button is simple. We put a timer showing up how long until the ad ends, and when it ends, we change the position of the timer to another place, making sure that the user always clicks the screen, moving him to download the game. If we analyze on the business side of you, it's fucking genius. You get the clicks for your client, the client is happy, and you get your money. But in the user side of you, it's a total nightmare. Oh shit, I clicked again. Fuck, I don't want to download Candy Crush. Why can't you stay still? I can't yell because I'm a house with 5 other people, so and I don't want them to call 911 and hello, what is happening over there? And it doesn't stop there. No. Sometimes they want to fuck you up so much that they make the button so microscopically little that even if you try to press it, you will always miss. I will say that the big problem with this strategy is that there are no rules against it, to my knowledge, which isn't really reliable. So I just think of it as a 0-day exploit. While it's not patched, use it as you wish. And to my knowledge, Google doesn't interfere in the world of ad service providers, so while you pay the bill to Google, we're still good. Okay, I think I'm taking too much time in each topic, so we're just gonna continue, okay? Don't get mad, I'm going there, I'm trying. Let's talk about the interactive ad. This ad is clever, but at the same time, it's a pain in the ass. The proposal of this type of ad is that they let you play a little segment of the game, where you are mostly overpowered, unable to lose, grabbed by the hand, they literally tell you how to win it. These ads are like the old days where the demos of video games were a common thing, but now you just got baited because out of nowhere, without any warning or caution, they will put a link in the screen. And because you're playing and touching the screen like a little kid, you will go to the app page. And sometimes it's even mandatory to play the interactive ad. So you will finish up pressing the link. And again, there are no rules against this, so exploit it to death. But what's the objective of this system? Get attention and on top of the list, baby! And lastly, and my personal favorite, we have the game that it isn't. Oh boy, I'm going to be pissed. For me, this is the worst ad possible, because not only you're showing an intrusive ad,
Buy Spotify Premium time, you cheap fuck!
That lasts at least 30 seconds, and you will have one of the two already touched ad strategies. You will be shown a game that isn't the game you're about to download. Holy shit. Companies are so desperate to get your money that they will even show something that doesn't represent their game at all. Thought you were going to download a little puzzle game? Jack shit, here's another Candy Crush clone, just to let you know how oversaturated the market is. This, in my knowledge, it's fucking illegal. Showing a product that doesn't represent your product in any shape or form, it's completely unethical. It's like you were going to buy a fucking, I don't know, fucking Ford F-150 and you get a Toyota Corolla without AC. And if you read the reviews of the apps that do this, a lot of people fall into it and download the game. They even have the audacity to show in their app showcase what they show in the ads, and Google doesn't do anything about it. I really don't know how the situation is in the Apple Store, because I don't have an iPhone and I don't plan to have an iPhone, so yeah, I'm just talking about Android. These types of advertisements just shows in what the industry in general is transforming to. Instead of creating a real product, you can just straight up lie, show something else, and even get away with it, not facing any consequences. Some weird people defend this type of companies, saying that in some of them the ad is included in part of the game, but if we really analyze it, there are like 10 levels out of 1000 that use the mechanics shown in the ad. It's not a truthful and honest showcase of your product. I want to provide another example. It will be like you just bought the new Dark Souls for your PC, looking at the trailers and everything, and when you play the game, it's a fucking mowing simulator and 2 levers are what they actually show you in the trailers. I want to conclude this video with kind of a bummer message, but it's the truth. The worst part out of this is that there isn't a lot we can do about it, because if I'm being honest, there's a lot of stuff that is far more important than this right now. The data the companies are getting from us and selling it like candy, companies creating proprietary stuff that only works with their official hardware software, the inability to fix your own device and being forced to buy a new one. These are examples of what our decisions have taken us, and governments are doing what they do, but as people, we aren't helping. We still buy the product. I know this won't be fixed as soon as I hope, but if you want to do something about it, don't download the games that use any of these tactics, stay away from them, and if you have any of those games, uninstall them and write a bad review. Let them know that you won't play the game. The most damage you can do to these companies is making them lose their money by removing them from the top of the list. That's it. Consider sharing this video if you like it and let me know if you hated it. I'm sure this video will be pretty rough, but this is something I'm passionate about, so I thought might as well give it a try. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope anyone wants to watch another one. I'm pretty excited about it. Thanks.